Oh, man. Oh, God. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here. Fuck it, it's Newt. Pretty much me. Cody and Dale, I'm pretty sure both have called me Newt in the comments, so fuck it, yeah. Just, y'all want to address me some, no, Ask That Podcast, Newt, that'll work, I'll catch it. Yeah, I'm back, and I got this, this shit went up around Easter, and it still might. It's being filmed before Easter. This is the Easter Bunny Massacre. This is a fairly recent horror flick. Now, this is part of this new wave of stuff I'm seeing. Back in the day when I was a kid, video stores open. Now, you gotta remember, video stores in our area was probably about 80, probably about 82. 81, 82 is when you get the first real ones. Not, you could go into this mom and pop electronics store, this old TVs and shit. They had a few tapes on the side to rent. It was like expensive as hell. It was as much as buying a ticket to the movies. So, 82, so maybe, about 8-ish. You go into the video store, and by then I was a huge horror fanatic. I'd walk through the horror, mom and dad, go get your movie. And I was always glad I could get them. Because the video store, for some reason, I don't know why, the kids' stuff was always cheaper. Like back then, and this is just going off foggy memories. I remember like kids rentals, VHS or beta, or CED, because CEDs were in the store, that store then too. They're up along the wall. I actually in my mind right now, I'm seeing the entire store. I wish I had a piece of paper. I'd draw it out and sketch it for y'all. But I go run to the kids section because the kids stuff was, I want to say it was $1 for like 3 nights, or it might have been 4 nights, and like the non-new releases were like $1.50, I want to say, for same length of rental, and then new releases were either you paid the $1.50, had to bring it back the next day, or you could pay like, I want to say it's like $2.50. You get to keep it for 3 nights. Well, I always would rush back there, give me a cartoon. Then I'd run over to the horror section. I checked the section where the rest of the tapes were. If they didn't have anything to do, okay, I'd go to the horror section. And by this time, I'd been going to see, all the slasher shit that was coming out. So I wasn't looking for that kind of stuff, but the oddball shit, like, this Demons looks good, or, Torso, or, oh god, the Crawling Eye, or all that weird ass Euro scene shit that fucking Wizard and all the companies were putting out with the big boxes. I remember the big boxes going, this is amazing. So this is kind of the new version of that. Every Walmart has this section, and looking around now, I said on previous videos I thought it was $5. No, it looks like they're mostly $8 to $10 for a DVD. They're all going to have a slipcase. The thing is, the slipcase is going to be exactly matching the cover. Oh, not exactly, but very, very close. Ain't much difference there, as you can see. Image is just bigger on here. And the backs are going to pretty much match up. Now, if you look real close, and I'll bring it in. See above my thumb there where it says ITN? If you ever see that, it's gonna be a low budget horror release. It's gonna be foreign too, because I got one not that long called My Bloody Birthday. That was actually really good. It was an Italian made a few years ago as a filming, like 2019, 2020. Italian made, not in English, horror film, kind of like, it reminded me, it was based around clowns. But it reminded me, it's kind of like if you took a giallo and one of them weird ass like the Demons films or the zombie sequels and meshed them together, where some shit didn't make sense, but who cares? It looks really good. This is, on the other hand, this reminds me more of stuff like Slaughter High, or what is that? Is it Bloody New Year's the other? The UK kind of English slashers that you were getting off and on in the 80s. There wasn't a lot of them. And what it is this group, they all go out camping. One of them ends up dying. They get together and they get invited back to the area a year later for like some kind of reunion. And there's a person in this fucking Easter Bunny suit that's killing them. Going around killing them, stabbing them usually. Dude, it's hard to explain this shit. Oh, God. The acting is okay. The accents weren't super thick, which is good, because certain UK accents throw me. I'm not used to them. Gore effects are pretty cool. Some of the kills were stupid. Like there's one, and I had to rewind it because I was watching this and also like I was multitasking. I was watching this and doing something else at the time. First time I watched it, and I just look up and there's this guy looking up. They're outside daylight. He's looking up like towards the sun and it's like cut off above his head. And you see like is somebody taking a shit on him? Like brown, not liquid but not solid, like pouring down his face. He's like screaming. I'm like, dude, that shit don't scream, it'll get in your mouth. Turns out I had to rewind and see what it was. The Easter Bunny was pouring like hot melted chocolate candy all over him. It killed him that way. You're like, what the hell? Let's see what the back is. I like this. Easter Bunny Massacre. This year, there won't be a Good Friday. Ooh. A night of wild party and sober at the end of high school turns deadly when one of the classmates is murdered. And no one having a clue who killed her. Not wanting to shore their own lives, they bury her body and tell everyone that she simply ran away. A year later, the remaining friends are mysteriously invited to an Easter celebration. They arrive believing that the mystery has been on them for the past year will finally be answered. Unfortunately, they're dead wrong. There's the dude that got the chocolate kill. It's like nobody you ever heard of in this shit. Now, this is from 2021, so it's a fairly recent one. Some of these are good. Some of these are horrible. These Walmart, $8 to $10. But it's kind of like what, I mean, it's kind of like back in the day when you go to the video store, like I said, and you scroll, all the good horrors. After you go, okay, what the fuck? Do I want pieces? I don't know. It starts off the chainsaw. That usually ain't a good thing because chainsaw is just so good. Okay, what else we got? Oh, what is this? Werewolf versus the Vampire Women. Okay. Who's this Paul Nash guy? I see his name on a lot of stuff. Huh. I don't know about that. That's what it used to be. Now it's become, instead of the video store, you're scrolling through Tubi or like, go to the horror movie section on like Paramount Plus or fucking Peacock or what of those little lower level streaming services that you pay for, and they just all kinds of crazy shit. It's like whatever we can get a hold of. I got Amityville Scarecrow. You're like, there's an Amityville Scarecrow. All the shark movies and shit. That's what it's like now. Or you can do like I do in about 2 or 3 times a year. And I do know a lot of times these, like a year later, end up at Dollar Tree for $1, or like 6 months later, end up at Dollar General, for $3 to $4. I know this. But this one, I just like, man, I don't have any Easter horror movies I could think of. There's like none. This is the only one I can really think of, so I was like, I gotta get this. And that cover, just look at that cover. A demented ass like a bunny with a chainsaw. I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye bye.